Hello world and welcome to my channel. This video is about another fridge I bought from Kings. It's a upright 110 litre fridge. It's going in my caravan to replace the 20 oil fridge. Had a lot of rain recently. Rain blew in, damaged the heaters in my oil fridge, which is an ammonia fridge. Works on ammonia, no compressor. And it damaged the heaters and was going down earth and tripping the power out. So I decided to rip it out and put in a King's fridge 110 litre. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers! Yeah, I bought another King's product. It's the 110 litre upright fridge. I forgot to show you me unboxing it, and I had to remove the door. The door is reversible, you can put it on one way or another, but I had to remove it to get inside my caravan where it's going. So I'm going to show you that in a minute and see what it is, but it's just unboxing and the door removal. That's all I've done so far. Comes with a 5-year warranty on the fridge. Yeah, so I'm putting it in my caravan. Yeah, that's the old fridge. It was tripping out the power. 20 years old. It works on, I think it's ammonia gas, and the heaters operate the gas and heat it up to make it get excited to move it around. But yeah, it was not a cheap fridge to run. It was 200 watts, so it would draw a little bit of power, but it was a 3-way fridge. But I used to only ever run it on 240 volts, but my new fridge is only 12 volts, so I'll show you that. Yeah, well, that's the fridge. I got it in the caravan in here. That's the plug, the Anderson lead plug for it. And that's it without the door on. The book's still in there. The nameplate's all over there. And it's going to go into there. The old fridge is to take all that space up. The new fridge is only probably going to come to about there. But I'm going to make it so that both air vents are being used, but I'm going to make this a shelf and a charging station for phones. So when people come to stay in my caravan, they can use that to charge the phones there. Most things in this caravan run on 12 volt, with the exception of probably the heater for the water tank and the microwave and the roof aircon up here. So that roof aircon, it plugs into the cupboard up here. Into there's a microwave and the aircon plug. Now the fridge used to, as I said, plug into 240 volts with this. There's no power in here at the moment. And they're the battery cables, so I've got to put Anderson leads on a plug on those. But what I might do is come up here and put a switch somewhere so I can turn the fridge off, because I know with the King's fridges, if you leave the door open, the light stays on. So I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I'll get switches somewhere. I'll probably put the switches in here somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. But I'm going to put a switch to turn the fridge on and off, and probably a light above the charging station here. I've got some strip lights there. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Is I'm going to cut this timber out of here, up here somewhere. Cut that, remove that. Fridge has got to go back. There's going to be that much of a gap at the back of the fridge. The gas pipe's got to be sealed up, this gas pipe here, and I've got to make these wires safe. I haven't had time to do anything yet, I just got the fridge out. So my next plan is to clean all this up, remove those side bits, work out where the fridge is going to sit, make a shelf for the top, and then dress it all up and varnish it and to tie in with all the colour I've got here. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is trying to get that into there over the next couple of weeks. Easter's coming up, I'm not going anywhere at Easter time, so that's my job over the next couple of weeks to go set that out. Been running the car fridge over there, but that's playing up. It needs a new switch on the down button, so I'll solder a new switch in on that. Yeah, getting it in and out was a hassle. Had to remove part of the frame to get it in and out. But yeah, that's my project over the next couple of weeks, is to clean all that up and build it in and build the fridge in and screw it down. Yeah, the fridge's door is reversible, but I had to unscrew the bottom fittings and the top fittings. Just a bucket of screws. They're the pivot points for the door. So yeah, so I'm not sure which way I'm going to open it. Probably this way, which was opposite the way it came, mainly because of that edge there, and it's probably the easiest way to get access to the fridge. And once I work out what I'm doing, I'll put it all back on and put the doors back on. But just easy, just unscrew it, and then you can reverse your doors. That's the plate that goes over the top, which is the lacking. It's got the latching mechanism in it. It goes that way, and there's a latching mechanism on the door which latches it, so it doesn't open up and transport. Yeah, so I just keep all my bolts in the bucket there, so I don't lose them. I'm ready to go. Okay, righto. When you put the door back on, you put the bottom ones in first. There's two. One is a hinge one, and one is the ordinary one. It depends which way you want to hinge it. Now, whatever you do, don't get the screws mixed up, because the ones that go into the hinges here, they're metal threads, whereas the ones that go into the plate, this plate here, they're self-tappers. I call them self-tappers. There's 5 of them, and then there's I think there's 12 of the others, 3 in each one, 3 fours of 12. So yeah, don't mix the screws up, just make sure you get the metal threads in these ones, and the self-tappers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4, 5. 5 self-tappers into that top plate. Now I'm hinging it this way. I haven't got any screws in there yet because of this cupboard. You've got to get your hands in there, and this is the latch, the lock. So I'll show you this lock here in a minute when I'm finished. But just make sure you don't get those screws mixed up. The rest of the screws are down here. So 5 of the self-tappers. There's 3 for that hinge and 3 for that hinge. I've already done the bottom ones. So that's where it sits. As I say, I've got to move that backwards. So I've got to work out what I'm doing, but and I've got to work out the hinge door part of it. So got to do it this process before I can do anything else. Yeah, remember that on these pins for the hinges, one on the bottom, you put one of these on the bottom and one on the top. Okay, don't do it like that. You'll either have it too low or too high. So remember to put these little spaces, one on the bottom and the top. yeah, once you get them in, you can put the top plate on. This is the lock here. I'll just show you that when I'm finished screwing it in. But yeah, I'm just going to screw this one down now, and that's it. Yeah, so that's all finished there now. Just make sure that you lift this open the fridge. It won't open unless you lift this little latch here. There's a little latch in the middle, and it opens up fine. Probably should do a handle on it, but I suppose I want to make it flush so it fits in utes and things. So I can see the little latch here. Just take you down to here. So yeah, you can see this little latch. That latches up under that edge and locks it in place. Well, I've just put the fridge in. Now I put the fridge in using, it comes with 4 brackets, but I only used 2 of them, and I put them on the screws, the last screw of the hinge, and then I packed it out. So I fixed it to the sides, both sides here and there. At the top, won't need anything else. It's in there pretty tight. And because the old fridge used to go up to here, I had the space, so I made a shelf up, and I want to be able to turn the fridge on and off, because with my the freezer I got in my other ute, if I leave the door open, the light stays on, and I don't want that to happen. So, and this is probably going to happen the same. So I'm able to turn it off there. I've got to finish this off yet. I'm not totally finished. I want to put a bit of trim around the corners in here, and I want to give it another coat of varnish and stain. So yeah, so the second thing I did was put a light up above it, turn on from the switch here, and there's a little light, little flat light. You can see how flat it is. Just a little down light. This is going to be like a charging station for laptops and phones and things. That's basically what I've designed it for. The other 2 switches are spare. I had this in the shed, so I'm using what I've got. So I've had that in the shed. I had Anderson plugs in the shed. I had a lot of things in the shed. I had the timber in the shed. I had the stain in the shed. Wasn't the right colour stain, but it's close enough. Yeah, it'll look good when I'm finished anyway. So that's that. So fridge has been on working, and I'll just show you that. I'll just put you over here and show you this fridge. So you have to lift this up, as I said before, lift that up and open the fridge. Now that's it there, it's been working. The fridge is cold, the freezer's freezing. And I'll take you down here again, and I've set it to 2. There's a little freezer up here. I believe you can take that out, but I don't want to take it out. I'm just going to leave that there. A little crisper down here. A good little fridge. If I need just putting soft drinks in here, because I have people stay in my caravan once a month. My brother-in-law comes down, and that's it. So yeah, I'm vacuuming the floor at the moment, tidying up this caravan. Got a couple of leaks I got to fix when it's winter time. Yeah, microwave's working, but yeah, the fridge is there, and that's going to be the charging station. So I've only had the fridge on for a couple of hours, an hour probably, yeah, an hour. But yeah, as I say, I can turn it off on that switch there, turn the fridge off, and it's all good. So I'll just take you outside and show you what I've done outside. And the reason, as I said, why I got rid of the old fridge was we had so much rain, and the rain was blowing in here horizontally. it was going in there up the lip and then blowing in at least half a metre. So I've come up with this idea of putting acrylic on the outside of that, and there's a gap between the acrylic and the vent to let airflow in and out. I can remove this panel if I'm driving, but it's not going to go anywhere for a long time. So, and that's the old gas vent. I had to seal that up as well. But yeah, that's what I've done outside here. Well, I hope you like this video. I hope it should give you ideas about your own, what to do with your own caravan or work or ute or canopy or anything like that. You can work around with what you have, and that's what I've done. And this fridge I bought should work well on the lithium battery setup I've got. So most of the caravan runs on 12 volt, except for the roof aircon, the microwave, and the power points, of course. They're for charging things like that. So yeah, the three things that run on everything else runs on battery, but the other things run on power. So the microwave runs on power, the roof aircon runs on power, and the power points. All the lights are 12 volt. Yeah, so you can see around here, all these are 12 volt lights under here. And the roof aircon up here, that's the 240 volts. And the microwave's 240 volts, and the power points scattered around the caravan at 240 volts. I've taken the gas out. I haven't sealed the gas system up yet. Have to get a gas fitter to do that. So in here, the only thing will be is a gas stove. Yeah. So it's a work in progress. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.